Hey everybody, welcome to a late night, early morning off schedule stream for Anno 1800. I haven't streamed Anno in a while. I did start streaming it the other day. Gonna get back to this occasionally, I'm not sure how often, but maybe, maybe late at night when I'm feeling like playing a game, but doing something more relaxing, I'll go ahead and do this. So we're gonna get right back into it. I'm just gonna check to make sure that the the audio is on here. Pretty sure that's working. Couple technical difficulties here. Technical issues, let's not call them difficulties. So we just paused the game, we're gonna get right back into it. If I can remember how to unpause the game, here we go. So here we're at Port Joli. Oh, again, I'm using the WASD keys because I forgot. I don't need to use them here. So we actually took this quest. Now we don't have weapons yet because we're not actually making any. So that's kind of a mistake. We can just go ahead and trash that. And so we still have a silo quest going on here. Now let's zoom out. Well, this is as much as we can zoom out. Now we have two islands here. We have Port Joli, which is our main settlement here. Our second island is Green Isle. We haven't quite started developing this yet, but we do have a workforce here. Some artisans, we have workers and regular workers. And our main thing right now is to make sure we can actually build some steel. So we actually just, hey, Amco, yeah, no, this is an off-stream stream. This is not my usual schedule. This is something completely a little different. I first started streaming Anno 1800 when I first started on Twitch. And, I've been playing a few other games since then, and you've seen most of that. So this is just something different, getting back to a different kind of game, something a little bit more relaxed and not nearly as, it's not the same kind of strategy as the stuff that I usually do during the afternoons at PST. What is this guy doing? Oh, I guess we don't really need him to be doing that trade route. Let's get him back here.
Ready for orders. Sails.
So I'm not going to be streaming for too long. I'm probably going to stream for about an hour or so. So we have some residences here that we can upgrade. Let's go ahead and take care of that. And we have the blueprint for a church, which we don't actually really need right now. We don't have the brick for that anyway. So right now we're building. We have some steel and we have our furnace. So our steelwork is processing at 45 seconds per unit. So the furnace is at 30 seconds. So we're actually producing, we're using more steel than we're producing. We could probably produce another furnace, or make another furnace here, but it's at under perfect productivity here. We do have reserved iron. Iron produces at what? This is pretty fast, I'm sure. So iron is about one, yeah, it's 15 seconds. So it produces one, or we can actually build another furnace. The furnace takes about 30 seconds. So we can build two furnaces. That'd probably be best for us. I don't know if we have the workforce for it. The workforce here, no, keep working. So it takes 100 workers. So we need to get 100 workers, which should be pretty easy. Yeah, Anno 1800 is one of those games I started playing probably earlier this year. And I love the time period. I mean, it's the Victorian era or pseudo-Victorian era. It harkens back to the era of builder games. I grew up playing SimCity. I still need to play City Skylines from, Paradox, so that's something a little bit more familiar. I know I have it. Again, it's one of those games that's on my computer. Haven't actually started playing it yet. So, yeah. And Anno is one of those that that the hubby discovered. So we started playing this, and I love it. It's great fun. What is this? Why can't we upgrade all these? Okay. I think we can do that. Let's do that here. Need some more workers. Then we have more than 100, so now we actually have the ability to build another furnace. This is something I didn't pay too much attention to before. I guess I could have built another furnace to begin with, but yeah, now we can do that. Well, actually that's going to take some of that productivity out here, so this would be a better place for that. Right next to the other furnace. We need a firehouse here to make sure that when the inevitable conflagration happens, we don't have... actually, I don't even know if we have a police or a fire department over here. Do we have coverage? We do. Okay. Hey, Rowan, how's it going? It's been a while. Yes, I got the issue fixed with the Discord server, so that should be up and running. Go ahead and feel free to sign in. I know there was an issue before where you couldn't see any of the messages, so you couldn't even get validated as a member. But now that's all fixed. It's ready to go. It works. We'd love to have you there. Coal. Oh, we need another... Okay. Right. That's the thing. We need another coal source, which we do have an... I think we have coal. Oh, no, we have iron mines and copper, but no coal. So we're going to need to build another charcoal kiln here. This looks good. Build that, and let's build a road. Can come down this way, I'm thinking. There we go. Okay. Great. Now we have a charcoal kiln and a lumberjack's hut, both running at 100%. And now we can actually build more of this. And since we're going to be producing 2 per 30 seconds, the steelworks is going to take up 1 per 45. So we have a 15-second kind of window there. And then we can actually go ahead and build some weapons. So let's build, we'll put this in blueprint mode. Put this right here for when we're actually ready to build that there. We're going to need a lot more workers for this. 50 workers. Or actually, it's not that many more workers. Oh, cool, cool. Yeah, go ahead and join on the computer whenever you get a chance. Like I said, and also the YouTube channel is up and running too, so if you haven't checked out some of the videos and subscribed there, that's already up and going. It's up and running. Been putting some CK3 videos up there. I have a few from the earlier playthrough from Rome 2. I guess we still don't have coal here. Why is that? Oh. It might be a slow production day. There we go. And I'm going to start putting up stuff from Anno 1800 as well. Okay, this is great. So reduced riot chance, and +5 happiness. We'll go ahead and publish that. Looks good. So the other game I was thinking, I actually just connected my PS4. So I'm thinking about trying streaming. Well, number one, I want to stream and play Tony Hawk 1 and 2. I loved the first 2 on the original, well, like, I loved 2 on the PS2. And I'm also thinking about streaming Persona 5 Golden, or no, Royal. 4 Golden, 5 Royal. So I have the Royal, haven't played it yet. That's right, I haven't built a Sailmaker. Let's go ahead and build the Sailmakers here, and we need some more workers, and I think we have some workers that are able to be upgraded. Let's take a look here. Yep, right here, this entire section. We don't have more brick though, so let's leave that. I think we have a couple of places to produce brick. Well, we have 1 and we have 2. So we're actually kind of like not at capacity. We do have another brick clay deposit out here. Usually just played Attila in Rome 2. Yeah, I haven't played Attila yet either. That's another one of those games that's still there. Again, HoI is on the list. HoI is one of those games that I want to get playing. I'm running out of some space on my computer. So I'm trying to kind of pick which games I really want to focus on. So for right now, that's going to be CK3, a little bit of Anno, and then playing a little bit on the PS4 as well. Probably around the same time slot, sometime in, well, late at night for me, earlier in the afternoon for you guys. And let's see. Green Isle. So, oh, let's see. Oh, no. Okay, so we have stuff. Let's take a look at what we need here in terms of production. So Green Isle, we're producing everything that we need. We have enough schnapps, we have enough clothes. We don't have sausage. That's going to be one thing they're going to need. Port Joli is producing things at the limit. We are going to need some beer soon, so we're going to need to start bringing hops over from Green Isle. We're going to start needing some soap, which we don't have the facilities for, but we're producing a bunch of everything else. So let's make sure that we're actually selling that surplus off, because otherwise it's just going to start accumulating. We're also a little low here in terms of work clothes, so we can actually build this up here. Let's go back to Port Joli and let's build up the clothes production chain here. We have all our sheep farms set up right here, so we can build another sheep farm here, and these are a one-to-one with a framework knitter, so we could build another knitter right over here. Let's that's not the sales production line, it's for the workers, and the workers need clothes. There we go, and I think we can go ahead and build that up. Now we need both workers and farmers, so let's keep expanding the farmer areas up here. Let's go ahead and copy this, and we'll just go ahead and paste this right here, and then we can build a bunch of these up, say here. I don't know if they're supplied well. The pub is kind of far away and the market's even further, so we can probably build a road here, and this can actually move up a little bit closer. There we go. So hopefully that won't put them out of supply for food. Now they're going to need soap, which is another production line we need to start looking at. So now we have the right number of farmers, we need more workers, and we need to build a soap production chain here. If you can, if you want, I could do the description on the channel. You just need to add them, and then with Prime I do it. Oh, okay. Cool, cool. Yeah, the subscription later on, once I make affiliate, then we could do subs, and that would be, I would totally appreciate that. That would be amazing. I would super appreciate that. But yeah, that'll be later on when we get to affiliates. We're making good progress. Community's grown slowly. I'd rather have it be a nice, natural, organic community that, you know, I feel is a good one to have around, that's non-toxic, that people can feel welcome to hang out in, something relaxing where they can feel like they can chit-chat with people about their common interests. And, you know, I want that to happen naturally, and that's what we're doing. We're growing the community. So we need to build a soap production chain. So we need pigs, which we have. We need rendering work. So this is the thing. This is kind of expensive. Number one, we don't have enough farmers. This is where the game gets interesting. You're always kind of juggling a bunch of things going on all at once. I guess we don't have enough fish, so now we need more fish. So let's build another fish. Where is this? Build another fishery down here. I think this might still be within range. Let's see. I think we build a road out here. Is that? No, that's not in range. But yeah, we'll just move this here. And we'll build the road out that way. That's ugly, but we'll get to it later. So let's build that fishery. Now we can have the workers come in, because now they're going to have their food to eat. Let's upgrade these buildings right here. So now we're going to have those. And then the farmers, or the workers, we have more jobs than we have places, or than we have people to fill them. Let's go ahead and pause the sailmaker. That's not exactly essential at the moment. And what else do our workers need? So number one, our farmers need more fish. That's going to be coming. And for our workers, we need more fish as well. And we also need soap. Let's go back to see what the soap does. Oh, true. Okay, so Twitch subscriptions, once a streamer gets to affiliate status, which is what I'm building towards, then you can get a subscription, and you can pay a certain amount a month. I think it ranges anywhere from $5 to $10 and $25. I know that's going to be different in euros, give or take a euro, like a few euros in either direction. And you can also use the Prime membership to to sub to my channel through Amazon Prime as well, if you have that. What am I going to? Oh, okay. Well, it's good seeing you, Rowan. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for saying hi. Enjoy the rest of your week. When am I going to start continuing to play Napoleon or Total War games? So that's something I'm actually thinking about going back to as well. Napoleon, I got a little, it got a little dicey there for a bit, just because I noticed that the AI in terms of diplomacy was really whack. especially playing as, say, like, you know, Prussia, where you had the Austrians and Russians declare war on you. So that was something I thought was a little gamey, a little too gamey for my taste. But I'm definitely interested in going back to that. I know I have Troy. I got that when they were offering it for free that one day at the Epic Store. So again, it's another one of those games that I want to play. I do want to get back to Rome 2 and keep playing with the DEI expansion. Doing really well there, actually, as the Gallians now, or Gallia, because they're no longer the Arverni. So I do want to go back to that eventually for sure. Alright, so in terms of the soap production chain, we need rendering work. So this produces one tallow per minute, and in order to do that, so that's a 1-to-1. So one pig farm will equal 1 tallow, and the soap factory is every 30 seconds. So we need 2 tallow factories for every 1 soap factory. So if we go back down the chain, 1 soap factory will need 2 rendering works to be at 100% production, which means I need 2 more pig farms. So we have enough farmers now, so we can go ahead and upgrade a couple of these guys here. Let's upgrade this pigsty, and then this guy right here. So now those 2 require 2 rendering works. So this is going to be within that limit right here. And those 2 rendering works can support 1 soap factory. So let's upgrade all these. And if we don't have the workers for that right now, we're going to actually need a lot more of them. So there's the irony. In order to get more workers, we need to get soap. In order to get soap, we need more workers. It's something that's constantly in flux. So it doesn't look like we're getting enough fish. Oops. I don't know why that is. Let's take another... Oh. No warehouse in range. It's because the road was not built the right way. Let's build the road up here. And let's get rid of these things, because although I'm not a perfectionist about this kind of thing, it is a little messy. And that looks better. We'll probably make those... We'll move those later on. Yeah, Troy looks really interesting. It's another one of those time periods again. It's like it's the ancient world and looks really interesting. It looks really cool. I think the dynamics are a little bit different. I'm also interested in playing 3 Kingdoms. Hey, thanks for the follow, Vossi Game. How's it going? And now we're getting enough workers. This is going to be a slow stream of workers in, but we're getting our supply up of fish, so that's good. Oh, well, that's going back down again. Normal. Okay, so we should be... Let's take a look now at our production screen. So we still need 5. We're only producing 4, so we actually need yet another. So we can actually... This is getting a little crowded over here. Uh-oh, what's happening? That's pirate or fire music. One of the two, neither of which are good. I think it might be a fire. Uh-oh. Where's the fire coming from? Uh-oh. Oh, no! Yikes. Okay. Let's see. Can we activate? Mobilize! Why aren't you mobilizing? They're theoretically within range of the fires here. So, hopefully, they take care of that as soon as possible. So... I'm not a big fan of having too many of these too close here. I'd rather place other things right next to the harbor itself. I'm going to move a couple of these down, but in order to do that, let's go ahead and build a marketplace or a warehouse just to make sure that all those goods get moved into place at the right time. Now that that's there, we can move these a little bit more freely, and we actually need 3, so let's build another one. Build another fishery right here, and we have this dirt road connecting these 2. Brilliant. We're not going to build a road into the middle of the water. And upgrade this. Is this connected? Yes, it is. It's connected to the warehouse. And this is connected to the warehouse, I believe. Yes. At least the roads look like they're connected here. And then we can demolish this. There we go. Follow highlight is a bit weird. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take a look at that. I know I had set that up from way early when I first... Oops, that's the wrong button. When I first started streaming. So I haven't really gone back to take a look at that. But I know I was running it on, you know, without getting too technical about the software I'm running it on. I know I can make it a bit flashier, make it look better. So I'll go ahead and take that into account. Thanks for the heads up. Thanks for the feedback on that. Yeah, I wasn't sure how subtle it was or how it looked. Okay, so now we have a bunch of farmers. which is good because now the pigsties are up, but we also need workers for soap. Now, the thing is I don't know where we can upgrade workers. We're still running low a little bit on the fish supply. Let's take a look at that again. So we're now overproducing. So it's going to take a little bit of time, but once we get there, it'll be great. We're actually low on schnapps as well, so we can go ahead and build some more schnapps distilleries. What is this? Oh, too many transporters. So we need to... is that the only warehouse here? No, there's two, but this is definitely overstocked. Let's build this potato farm up, and then let's build another distillery. I don't like the way that's turned around. There we go. And we can build a distillery here. So that's going to be 4. And we could probably build another... Well, we have room for more distilleries here. We could probably X this out a little bit. Let's do that. There's a little bit of land here. So what I'm going to try to do is squeeze a potato farm right into the corner. That's not going to work. It'll work here, though. And let's build this up. So we'll take care of that. And build to 72. So we can take these weird bits of land and expand into it. It's kind of run up against the grain here, but that's fine. This is all strange parcels of land anyway. Okay, that's particularly weird. I don't like where that is. I'm going to move that over here. So now we can build this potato farm back up, and now we can also build another schnapps distillery over here. Maybe even here. That works. It's a little messy, but, you know, it doesn't need to look too methodical. So now this is all ready to go. Now we're, again, out of workers. This is just how this game goes. The more stuff you need, the more stuff you need. So we can build another group of houses right over here. I don't want to build too closely because then you start having issues with fire and lack of space. So this is as far as I want to build to the coast. I want a little bit of room here. I can always move these around later. Let's upgrade this. Okay, so we do have more workers for some reason. And I think that's our max for right now. Okay. Cool, I'll take a look at the bot pings. Okay, cool. Yeah, you're right. I was kind of thinking about that too. It looks, in the Discord, it does look a little cluttered, especially because right now there isn't much other chat going on. But I'll go ahead and put that in a separate channel. I was thinking, do I want to put this in the general chat? Do I want to put it in his own channel? And that's the reason why I had people, if they wanted to, you know, like you did, sign up for a separate DM. That way, if they weren't in the channel, they'd be able to get a notification for it. But I'll go ahead and do that, and I'll be able to put both links for when I go live, when I stream, and for when I put up a new video on YouTube. So that'll be in the same channel. So YouTube and going live notifications will be in the same channel, just so if anybody wants to look back for reference or whatever, they can go back for their into that as well. Okay. Message history. Okay. Yeah, I'll take a look at that. Yeah, again, because I'm brand new to running a Discord server, there are definitely things that I'm not quite sure how to use. So I will definitely look back. Thanks for all the feedback. This helps to make the server a better place and easier to use for everybody. So I definitely appreciate it. That could also be another suggestion, having a separate stream for videos, another one for stream notifications. Again, these are the things that, like, you know, I don't really have a strong preference towards. So that would also help. I will definitely take that into account as well. So right now in the bakery, we are producing, I think we might actually need more bread. Let's take a look at this. It's 1-to-1. That's kind of slim. We are producing a lot of flour, so we could definitely take advantage of that, or we could either turn off some of these flour mills. These are full, or we could just turn on another bakery. So the flour mills are producing 1 per 30 seconds, and we have 2 of them. So for every minute, we're getting 4 units, and bakery only produces 1. So we actually can have quite a few more bakeries instead of having all this excess flour right here. So let's build another bakery here. That's going to take 50 workers. And that's fine. Now we can actually start turning on these rendering works. How many workers is that going to take? 40. And we need another one here for the soap factory. We're going to be a little below. We need a couple more, actually, quite a few. So now that we have the capacity for it, let's upgrade some of these workers' houses here. Or there we go. So I think we might be at an equilibrium for right now. We're getting more workers. We actually do need to be turning this on, but we don't have the workers for that right now. I don't know, doesn't it? It should say here how many workers it takes to make the rendering works fully operational, but I don't think it does. I think it's in the building menu. It would be really handy if they had it here. Maybe it is, and I just don't know where it's at. I would assume it would be down here with the worker workforce. But, yeah. Oh, thank you. Thanks. Yeah, I was trying to... Oh, Portugal's become less attractive. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure that the rules, like, very clearly state what's acceptable behavior and what is not. I know I've had my own experience of going into forums, not just necessarily even just in Discord, but, you know, the internet in general. And when you don't have a set of rules, again, it's one of those things it's not to say that you can control what everybody's going to say or do or feel, right? Obviously, that's not that's not the case anywhere. But it's always a good move to kind of set the tone, set the example, and let people know, hey, you know, this is supposed to be a safe space. You can have fun. Don't be mean in so many words, right? So we need another warehouse here. We could probably build another one right... no, I want to use that extra space. Here's a good spot. That'll be good. Let's build this up. Oh, we don't have the lumber. We're actually a little low on that right now. Oops, that's not it. Okay, so we are overproducing flour here, so we should build... Okay, we do have another bakery. Let's take a look. So now we're producing 2 bread, which is good because we need 1, so it's good to have a little bit of a surplus. Everything else seems to be really good. We're producing 1 steel beam. How many do we have? We have... steel beams. We have 20. Now, in order to form a settlement, we need to have at least 20. I want to have more, so we'll wait a little bit. Well, actually, we don't... Do we need timber? We need wood. I know that for sure. I forget exactly how much we need for a settlement, and in that case, we still don't even have enough wood. So we need to kind of chill on that for a little bit. We can actually load some of the steel here. I think we probably have a surplus of wood on the other island. Let's go ahead and put some steel on this boat. And then let's send... Okay, we don't need to have it go on a trade route, but let's send it over here. And we can pick up some excess timber here for sure. I forget what we need to build. It's wood, timber... Oh goodness, what else do we need? I forget. We have an awful lot of clay here, but we're not producing any brick. So, we're not producing... Are we producing brick? We have a clay pit. Do we have a brick factory? Oh no, we don't. We haven't built it yet. Okay, there we go. No problem. So what is the supply situation here on Green Isle? We have 2 to 1, so we're producing more than we need. Again, we need to kind of set up for the inevitable push once we have more workers for things like sausage. So we don't have any pig farms active, so let's activate that. And we need a slaughterhouse, so we're going to need brick for that, so we're going to be building that. We do have 1 warehouse here. Obviously, we need another warehouse. We can build a warehouse here. Okay, and our ship is coming around the bend here. I forget how much it takes to make a settlement. I probably could just look this up really quick, but I think you need timber and you need wood. Well, you need at least some timber. Let's take a look here. So let's just move this in increments of 10, maybe like 30, and then say maybe 30, 40 wood. I think that's what you need. Oh wait, do you need weapons? That's the thing. You don't need... I don't think you need timber, you need wood, because wood helps you build the lumberjack's hut. Oh, this just costs money. Nope. Okay, let's turn in the timber because we're going to be building with this. What we need is weapons. That's right. So let's go back. We actually don't have a weapons factory just yet. So that's another thing we need to think of. The weapon factory, the blueprint is here, but we need more steel. So we have to wait till more steel is produced. We only have one steelworks going, so that's going to be an issue. We just have to wait a little bit. That's fine. So we have, it looks like we're underproducing brick. So I think we might actually be missing a brick factory. Well, there's 1-to-1. It produces 1 every 30 seconds. The brick factory is 1 every minute. So the thing is, we only need 1 brick factory. We don't need 2. Because we have 2 of these clay pits. Actually, so this produces 1 every 30 seconds. This produces 1 every minute. So technically, we'd be even if we only had 1 brick factory. We could put this guy to sleep here.
We're on tenterhooks.
Because this is producing enough for 1 brick factory over here. Granted, this is going to this workshop here, so I know that's going to be a workhouse or warehouse. So I know it's not going to be great in terms of production, but let's take another closer look here. Yeah, now we're not overproducing. We can only produce one at a time. So now we have a lot of workers, which is good because now we can actually, I think soap production is going up and this is great. We also are going to need more beer. Let's go ahead and turn the sail makers on so now we can start building ships. We're going to need to wait for more steel beams, so or wait for more weapons, but in order to build weapons we need to build this weapon factory. So let's unload these guys here. And now we can build the weapon factory. Now the weapon factory will build weapons. We're going to take the steel beams, put that on there. Again, I'm not sure. It should be, I don't know. There's probably some kind of reference here that I'm totally missing in terms of how much you need of what. I feel like it's one of those things I should be able to access from directly within the computer or within the game itself. Now a church would be a nice kind of plus. It's for 25 brick. So all we need to do is wait for that. That's just going to come in time. So in terms of the amenities here, the pub is covering everything except for the outermost reaches here. So we could probably build another one. We could build one here and one on the eastern side of the city downtown here. But I mean, supply is good, right? So in terms of happiness, they also need a church. So the church, we're just going to need brick. And the other thing they need is beer. So the other thing we can start setting up is the beer. So right now we have 2 flour mills. Each of these flour mills produces every 30 seconds, and that's a the grain farm produces 1 per minute. So each of these is good for 2, right? So we don't actually need this much bread at the moment. The only bread we only need 1. We're producing 2. So what we can do is kind of shift our production into just producing wheat for beer, because we're going to need that. So we can shift to that production a little bit. If we just keep one of these guys running, 2 of these grain farms can produce enough for 1 bread, and we can put the bakery to sleep, so to speak, and produce exactly what we need. Now the thing is, we do need to produce a little bit more because Green Isle is going to need the bread, and Green Isle cannot produce any wheat products. So that's definitely something to keep in mind as we keep moving forward here. So we can put down the blueprints for a couple more grain farms right here. We can expand east into this weird little nook here. Now this is going to be kind of strange. I know I can keep building east. I could just keep putting these buildings here. It looks a little strange, and I know there's probably a better way of doing it, but for me this suffices right now. And there's that, and we need 1 more. And let's build another grain farm. So this will be for the beer production, and then we could just kind of expand out east. Nope. Here. Take this up and move all the way as one rectangular area, and then we can move up around the corner here and take up the rest of this space. And that's not weird. I don't like that here. Let's just move a couple of these squares. This is the part where the OCD kicks in. but, you know, it's not, I'm not that perfectionistic about it. So here's the thing. We're going to need to produce beer. Now, beer is going to need grain, which we have a surplus of. We need hops, which is going to be coming from Green Isle. And we need a malt house. So the malt house is going to be producing 1 per 30 seconds. And for beer, we have it 1 per minute. So if we have the malt house, how does the math go on this? The malt house would produce enough for 2... If to get to perfect production, we would need... oh my goodness, I know I can do this. Anyway, we're going to put the malt houses down here. So the wheat from here can actually come to kind of supply these guys here. We'll put the beer on this side, the malt house on this side. I can do the math to this. How does this work? So the malt house is going to produce 1 every 30 seconds. The beer is going to be produced once every minute. So we need 1 malt house is enough for 1 brewery. Two malt houses would supply enough. Oh my goodness. This is math late at night for me. I know how to do this. I've done this before. Just don't quite remember how to do it right now is the thing. Okay, so let's build a road out this way to kind of separate this from everything else. We can actually even make a nice little connection here. We don't know what we're going to build here yet. And then we can build a road out here as well. Make another kind of city block. But in order to make any of that work, okay, so this is going to produce once every 30 seconds. Let me think about this. Let me think about it out loud. So every 30 seconds is going to produce 1. So every minute is going to produce 2. So that means 1 brewery only needs 1 malt house. 1 malt house, that's what it is. 1 malt house is enough for 2 breweries. Right? Yes, because it produces every 30 seconds. So after the 130 seconds, it'll be for 1 brewery. For the other, it's going to be for the other one. So yes, that's right. 1 malt house per brewery. Goodness. And so the malt is 1 per 30 seconds. The grain, and this is the tricky part, is 1 per minute. That's right. Okay, it gets a little bit more complicated here. So that's what it needs. So each malt house produces once every 30 seconds. In order to get to perfect productivity, you need 2 grain farms. That's what it was. So these 2 grain farms right here are going to produce the perfect amount for 1 malt house, which produces the perfect amount for 2 breweries. Aha, got it. It's 2 grain fields to 1 malt house to 2 breweries. And hops are 1 minute and 30. So if we really want to kind of figure this out, I know there's probably a nice little neat conversion chart here, but I don't know. I mean, doing the mental math is one thing. So 1 minute 30 seconds. So if 1 minute 30 seconds, how many hop farms do we need for 1 brewery? Probably 3. That's not based on anything. That's just a wild guess. Okay, so this evens out. I usually don't like to fiddle with the paper too much. I know you can actually get things from fiddling with the paper. Hey, welcome back. I know you can actually do things by fiddling around with the headlines. I don't know what to do with that right now. Let's see. Okay. Actually, yes, that's right. Consumerism +5. Let's see. What does this do? And the edit cost comes back to us, so it's not like we lose anything. So this will increase our income. Let's go ahead and publish that. And we actually can, there's a whole screen about the production with that. So now we're actually producing weapons. How many weapons do we have? I think we need at least 10 to form a new settlement. And we have 3. Okay, so that's going to take a while to get there. So, not in any rush in particular. Now, we do have a lot of timber. So, timber can be something that we sell. We might be overproducing on it right now, so we can probably do a incremental sale right here. Let's say maybe once we get to 50, go ahead and trade. I don't think it's something that people usually buy all that often anyway, but we can... Oh, no. Sell one above 50, not above 20. So in terms of combat, there's pirates and there's your other rivals. Most of the time, it's just, I mean, it's only sea battles. So you don't actually invade anybody. It's kind of like Settlers of Catan in that way, where you can't really attack anybody. You just have to kind of outmaneuver them. There is warfare, and it actually does get really destructive if you let it especially early in the game. If you can't pay the pirates off, they can plunder your shipping left and right, and it really, really disrupts your economy. It gets super, super annoying. So there is combat. It's not, obviously, it's not tactical. You don't actually control any of these things. You can move your ships around, and you do maneuver around the battlefield, but you can't get into like a separate, you know, okay, now we're going to have like ships of the line face off against each other, you know. So there's nothing like that, but there is combat in the game. It's just not something, you can't forcibly invade another person's island. You can buy it out. So you can buy shares in an island and then that way take it over as a hostile takeover. But you can't actually send troops. You can't just bombard. Now you can bombard the pirates into oblivion. The pirate island is over here. This is Calamity Cove and Harlow. And then you also have rivals in the New World. And we'll see that later on when we get to the New World. That's also going to be interesting. There's another band of pirates there as well. Rhodes. Okay. Yeah, Rhodes is one of those. I was actually thinking about that. It's like, ooh, this would be really interesting. I thought it would be a little hard because it is very, very isolated and surrounded by a lot of larger forces, but Rhodes would definitely be interesting. I was definitely considering them for sure as a playthrough. I decided like, okay, Massalia, it's closer to Rome. There's a little bit more to do. But yeah, in terms of doing another playthrough, when I'm over with the Gallian playthrough, because I kind of want to follow that through. I had somebody else come into the stream and say, it's one of those things that once you get a certain amount of the map, it's pretty much you just roll over everybody else. And I can kind of see how that would happen. So I'll kind of play it by ear when I get back to playing Rome 2 and see what, you know, where I want to go with that. But I'll definitely take that into consideration. All right, that's right. I was back on Green Isle. Now we need hops. Now Green Isle can produce hops, and that's something they have fertility for, which we do not have. So we have a bunch of open land out here. So I think what I'm going to do is build a dirt road out here. Make it a relatively even road. Do we have any mines up here? We do. So we have an iron deposit, a zinc deposit, and another iron deposit. So this will be kind of a worky, kind of, you know, miney area. But we can actually build the rest of this area up as kind of a hops production place. Next stream tomorrow or later on today will be CK3. So CK3 will be at 2 p.m. or, well, let's see, about 3 p.m. Pacific. So for you, that'd probably be +9, I think. And so that'll be around 11 or 12. And then later on, around this same time, if I do stream Anno is a little bit less regular of a stream for me. But when I do stream, I'm probably going to be streaming around this time. So whatever time that is for you right now, a little past noon, 1. Let's see, where is the hops production line? Oh, what is this? Industrial ornaments. That's new. Oh, that's part of the thing that I don't think I remember. Okay, let's build some hop farms here. We need to get some hops, hoppity hops. We want to build out this way? Yeah, this looks good. We need the wood here. And there's some wooded areas here. Let's build in this corner. Maybe here? You know, that's the funny thing. I don't know what the difference in learning curve would be for either one of those games in comparison to one another, because I didn't play CK2. And I know from everything that I've heard about CK3, one of the biggest things that people really appreciated was the fact that they kind of took some of the fiddly UI things out and fixed some of that. So they made it a little bit easier to kind of figure out and not let the UI get in the way of the fun game experience, and kind of you know, made things simpler, a little bit more easy to understand, made things clearer, and the UI is a lot more user friendly. Then again, I don't know because I haven't played CK2. I only compare it to CK1, which is, goodness, what is that, 12 years ago? Something obnoxious like that. So yeah, not sure of the difference between the two for sure. That's right, I was about to copy this. Let's copy this and then just build a whole bunch of hop farms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could probably even build down this way, actually. Oh, That doesn't line up. That's a little irritating for me. That's fine. And I think, am I looking at this from the right angle? I don't want it to be off. There we go. And there we go. And we need a warehouse out here. Actually, this will be a great place for a warehouse. So we can build a hop farm and a warehouse. This is 1.5 minutes. So for one brewery, it's like 3 hop farms? 2 hop farms? Let's build 2. Let's just start with 2. So now we can actually start shipping stuff back and forth. Now, do we have enough weapons here to build a new settlement? Oh, we have 8. It's going to take a while. So I think in the meantime, I'm going to send this guy around. We don't have any sales. I don't know why we're not making any. It's because we're missing wool. So the sail makers need, it's 30 seconds. So it's, I think, 1-to-1 for the sheep farm. That's right. So I think we can build this sheep farm up, and now we actually have enough for the wool for the sail makers. Okay, now we can build sails, we can build a separate ship. This guy can go back and forth. Let's take a look at the trade route here. I don't need the schnapps to go back and forth because we're producing schnapps on both those islands, so let's get rid of this guy. But Port Joli can, Green Isle can bring hops. Not 50, let's say 10. We don't want to overload, and then drop those off in Port Joli. Port Joli, you can bring bread, because they don't make bread there. Oh, not 50. This is going to be way less, so let's say 5. And then unload a Green Isle. And go ahead and accept that, and we'll send that route on its way. Yeah, CK3 is expensive. Let's unload this. Are you just waiting? Oh, it's because it's paused. Okay, let's unload the wood there. Oh, no, don't throw it overboard. Oh, come on, man. Put it back in the port. Throwing it overboard. Ridiculous. Yeah, no, CK3 is pricey. I play it because I have the Xbox subscription service, which is a really kind of cool thing if you want to be able to play a lot of games. And it's, I think, what is it, $10 a month? $5 a month? I forget, actually. I don't even remember. But with that subscription, it is a monthly subscription, but you do get access to a bunch of games. So if it's something that you're interested in playing, check it out. Check out the Xbox site and see if there's anything else you're willing to play, because then you could just pay for it. I mean, of course, that's up to you, whether or not you like the game enough to just buy it once, but of course there's going to be all the DLC. Who knows how much that's going to cost, right? And of course there's different editions of the game. I don't have the special Royal Edition. I only have like the general one that comes with the subscription to the Xbox service, the Xbox Live. Oh, I don't even know, honestly. I think it picked up the lumber and dropped it off. I'm assuming. I'm just going to assume. Now we have a lot of timber. Nobody else is buying it from us. We can build... Actually, we have enough for the church? Let's go ahead and build a church. Now the workers will be happier with that church in. Now we have all this stuff that we're going to have to build here. We're going to need a lot of workers. And I was thinking about moving this pub or the marketplace. The marketplace is okay where it's at. We just need more roads going down here. So if we want to pave the street down... That should expand the range a little bit. Let's see. Okay, so that's 100% right there. Perfect. See, if we just keep building in this direction, that's too much of a cluster of houses. I like a little bit of space in between. It doesn't really make all that much sense to build it, but I just like the way it looks. So I think I'm going to build a dirt road here and kind of call this other area just kind of an open space right here. And then we can build houses on the other side of that. Let's copy these and drop them off here. And maybe here as well. That's a little far out. So this is what I don't want. I don't want 4 rows of houses. If anything, I want a fire break so I can maybe build this here. Not to say that fires are going to run rampant throughout the city. I mean, it is a possibility. But having a little bit of green space is nice too. And we can build... Oh, nope. This is the... I don't have anything else I'm currently doing at the moment, so I'm going to build a bunch of parks and green space as part of the game. Now, obviously, we can build services here as well. Now, we can move the pub. Now, the pub's not going to reach over here, so we can move this guy over here. And then we can build another pub over here in this part of the city. I know it's not the most strategic way of doing it, but, oops, that's not it. Move that here. Now, does this reach over here? Kind of. That's the answer. Let's build this pub up. It's going to increase our maintenance costs, but, you know, whatevs. I don't know why we didn't build a road over here. We have more than enough money. I'm actually surprised. Usually in most of my playthroughs, I'm running bankrupt super, super early. Let's upgrade all these workers' houses here. Now, we're going to need to have a bunch of this stuff running. So we're going to need more workers. Let's build the grain farms. And build the malt house. Okay, the malt house and then the brewery needs to come right after that. The warehouse can actually be built right now too because we need to have things moving around. But the next thing we need to build in this chain is the malt house. So we have a negative 15 for the workers because we need more schnapps. They are not happy enough to become workers. Now, are we producing schnapps here? Yes, we are, but we're kind of like at our limit. We can have a couple of more schnapps distilleries here. Let's build another potato farm. Right here. Well, I guess we kind of have to take this room up because we can't fit another... He'd have to reach around that. So this... is a very strange construction. Yeah, that's rough. That's a rough... but that's okay. So now we need more workers, but we also need another distillery, which we can actually build over here. Let's turn this around. So we need more workers. And we can hire more workers now that we've built this area out. So let's upgrade these houses here. So that should be enough. We do need to increase the schnapps supply. So I know we could probably pause some of these grain farms right now because we don't technically need them for anything. We haven't built the malt house. Yeah, fires are definitely possible in this game. Sometimes there's explosions that blow up whole factories. It's not fun. Okay, so now we're producing more schnapps. What's the supply of schnapps to consumption? Okay, we're producing more than enough soap. Where's schnapps? Okay, now we're producing more than we need. This is good. Now we have that. We're going to be increasing our workers because we need workers for the malt house. We need 25 workers here. And for the brewery, we're going to need 75. So we need more workers as well. Can we upgrade this? Yeah. Okay, we can upgrade that neighborhood. Let's take a look here. Upgrade that a little bit. But we're getting more farmers in. Oh, we're running low on fish again? How much fish do we need? I thought we had enough. We're barely... Okay, I guess... There is another port over here. Or another beach. So we can build out that way. This is a cliff, so we can't build that way. And this is all gigantic mountain. We do have a beach area as well over here. So once we expand into this area, we can build more beaches. I mean, we'll be able to do that anyway. We have a copper deposit, so we're going to have to build in that direction because we need that. We have iron over here. We can build a long road, actually. And this is something at this point where I kind of like to play this out a little bit. Let's go ahead and build this road out. And this is where we can build another warehouse. And we can move, actually, we can move all the fisheries over here. We're going to need some sand for later on when we make glass. But let's build this line out this way. And we could build a small warehouse right here. We can build this warehouse up. And let's move all of our fisheries to the other side of the island and free this up. Let's relocate this, drag and drop. I know, depending on who you talk to, this is not the purist's game, but that's not what I'm trying to do here. I know some people are really big on trying to min-max everything and perfect everything, and you know, and that's definitely cool. It's just not really the way I choose to play a lot of these kinds of games. I like to kind of engage in the storytelling and just kind of immerse myself in the world, and so getting everything just so doesn't really appeal to me all that much. I can get it. I understand the motive behind it, but it's not quite my playstyle, so you won't find me doing that all that often here. Okay, let's see. Let's build this road. What? There we go. No, just build it. No, that's ugly. Okay. And we need another fishery, so let's build that right here. And then we can build the road out here. Actually, then we could take this one out. It's not like it really matters. There we go. So now we should have more than enough fish. Or we should be getting more than enough fish soon. Now we have a lot of workers. This is great. We need more. So let's start these grain farms up. Let's build the malt house and let's build the brewery. Oh, the brewery's gonna have to wait. So we're gonna build up our stock to make beer later on. Now let's take a look here back on Green Isle. As you can see, very, very sparsely developed compared to everything else. We're going to need to build this worker quantity up, though, because we're going to need to make more schnapps. So I'm going to just wholesale copy and paste this whole neighborhood. Put it right here. All right. Hey, thanks for stopping in. I was just about to wrap up the stream. So thanks. It was really great to be able to hang out and play a different game. But yeah, I'll see you in the Discord. And I'll see you maybe later on today if you're going to be watching when I stream CK. So, in any case, enjoy the rest of your day off or your day off from school. See you later. Okay, so Green Isle, pretty sparsely developed right now. The second island is always one of those things that I usually don't develop too much until later. So now I really want to make sure I get to this another island here before anybody else does. We are, okay, so we do have weapons, and we have enough. I think, do we have enough to build a ship? We do. Okay, we don't have a shipyard, though. That's going to take more brick. So what I'm going to do is pause this line. Once he gets back here, okay, I'm going to pause this. I'm going to have him go here, though. I'm going to have our only ship, the Endeavor, arrive in Port Jolie.
Too scary?
Where is that? Nope, that's not. Nope, hands off. That's mine.
That's your voice?
Speaking of diplomacy, we're not on bad terms with anybody, really. We have an alliance with Princess Ching, so we're fine. Not too worried about that. Nope, get out of there. So the funny thing is that I don't even know why they ask. Honestly, it's not like I'm asking anybody for permission to settle here, but yeah, whatever. This has a copper deposit as well, so that's going to be handy. It has coal and limestone. Limestone is also going to be very important later in the game. I really just want it for the red pepper. So once we get our boat over here, I'm going to load this up and send it straight north. And we have a bunch of steel beams here, so we can actually be making make more weapons and actually sell those as well. Let's sell some of the steel. So let's trade. Once it gets above 50, let's just say, once it gets to 50, go ahead and sell. Sell one above 50. Not buy one under 50, sell one above, buy one under, no. Okay, now we're back here. Let's unload this into the harbor. Now, let's pick up the weapons. Maybe not all of them, so 10 would be fine. Some steel beams, and we need timber. Or wood. Is it wood or timber? I think it's timber. Let's put the max amount here. What we have anyway. And then we'll send him north to the unsettled island. Okay, so the sample silo, build a silo on any pig farm, build one silo, connect the silo to a warehouse, deliver grain from the pig farm silo to the pig farm silo. So let's go ahead and complete this task real quick, and then we can go ahead and call it good for today. So go to any pig farm, all right, build a silo. Oh, we don't have the gold, or no, we don't have the resources for that, so we'll have to wait on that. So good. Now we have that going. We don't have a way to build ships here yet, so that's something we're going to have to look into. Let's go look to the small harbor and see if we can just put down the foundations of a sailing shipyard here next to the harbor. So that'll be in waiting. The depot we also need, so we can put that here. This is something I didn't discover, honestly, until like very recently, that I can actually put this out here. It doesn't need to be anywhere close to the island. The harbor master's office, mounted guns, we can build a couple here. I think that's what we want. Medium range, more accurate up close, and then we have a cannon tower. Just in case. This is stuff we're not even going to be building for a while. And then I do want a key. Well, no, I guess we don't have to do that right now. And we can build these things later. We can build a police station.
Ship under it.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Is it going to make it? Oh, jeez. Wait. Okay, no, they're pursuing somebody else. Yikes, that was kind of close. So let's build a police department, maybe down here. This is close enough to a lot of stuff, so that'll be good for later on. These outer neighborhoods won't be covered by it, but it's close enough that we can actually probably maybe move it up a little bit further. Right here? Or right here? This looks good. There we go. That, I knew I had this area open for a reason. We're gonna put some green space right here as well. Let's build a dirt road here and open this area up. So Portugal looks fantastic right now, at least according to my standards, which aren't necessarily super high, but you know, I'm having fun. We actually can also build. Oh no, that's not something I wanted to do. Let's demolish this road here. So the brewery we can build, perfect. Now we can actually start making beer. We have all the materials for it, and we have the workers, and we're going to be making beer. All we need are hops, which we are getting. We're getting from our other island, from Green Island. Sometimes I've gotten really lazy and just called it Hops Island. Yeah. It makes me, you know, I realize who's where. Oh, I didn't even know you can do this. What? That's amazing. I didn't know that was this a new functionality they added in the expansion? I don't know. So there's that. We can build a police station. Well, actually we can't. We don't have the brick for that, but we know where we're going to be next time. We've kind of laid the rest of our harbor out. We're sending our ship directly north here so we can actually get to the unsettled island to get the red pepper and fur, which we're going to be needing later on in the game. And we're developing things here pretty nicely on Green Isle as well, preparing for some more future growth. Why don't we go ahead and do that? Upgrade all of this right here. I think we're going to be okay with supply for that, and we can take care of that as time goes on. I don't think we're going to have enough fish. That's the only thing. We only have one fishery here, so let's build that as well to make sure. We're definitely going to need schnapps and everything else, but we can take care of the fishery. Build that here. And I think this is where we're going to pick up next time we play. So it looks like Green Isle is developing pretty well. We're going to be importing hops from here to our main island at Port Joli in order to make beer. The age of beer making has begun. We are still exploring the old world, trying to get things under control. Can we upgrade this? Oh, we definitely need another warehouse. That is not great storage. Let's before we punch out for the day, as it were, let's build another warehouse right here. Perfect. And now We're losing a little bit of money, but not too much. Hopefully that will rectify itself soon. We have to take a closer look at that next time we come back. But thanks for hanging out. It's been great. I am usually streaming at about 2 to 3 p.m. Pacific time, so make adjustments for that. It's, I think, -7 GMT, or maybe -8. I'm not sure. It's daylight saving, so that might affect that. But I do have these occasional streams that are very, very much off schedule, and those are at about 2 a.m. Pacific time. And those are the times where I'm going to be playing the games I don't usually schedule during my middle of the week stream. So that's going to be games like Anno 1800. Like I said, I was thinking about streaming Persona 5. So going into that as well. But I do play a variety of strategy games, sometimes not strategy games, some builder games. So thanks for hanging out. Follow me here, follow me on YouTube, follow me in the Discord. It's been great. I'll see you next time.